Teachers, in this eSchool training video, we are going to be going over the gradebook. Now, before you can enter any assignments or grades, you have to do a little bit of setup inside the gradebook to begin. To do so, at the top global navigation menu, hover over Gradebook, and then select Setup. The first thing you will go to is Categories. You'll see you have a new set of menus for Gradebook Setup. We're going to start with Categories. Under Categories, it will start by pre-populating one for you in Edit mode. All you'll do is select what category you want, the weight, the marking periods, and then you have some options of what to do with missing scores. So to start, the district has pre-designed categories to select from. So click on the drop-down menu and select which one you would like to start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with daily work. Now, you have the option to weigh daily work. The next option is weight. This is where you can create weighted scores for the categories. In most cases, you will want to do this. If you leave them all at 1.0, this is like calculating the average using total points. This would mean that you do not have a different worth value for different categories. For this example, I'm going to make daily work worth 60% of the total score. So I'm just going to type 60. The next option is drop lowest. We do not suggest using this option. And then we have marking periods. This is where you can select to copy this category or all categories to all marking periods, semester 1 and semester 2. So most likely you would go ahead and select both of those. The next option is Exclude Missing. This is where you can choose what you want the gradebook to do with blank scores inside of your gradebook. If you want it to exclude missing scores from the average when a report is run, you can select this first option. If you want it to take the missing scores and count them as zeros towards the average, you would select the next option. Now, all you need to do is click on Save. We are now ready to add another category. To do so, at the top right, you'll see this 3-barred icon with the plus sign. It says Add Categories or Assignments. So go ahead and click on that, and you'll see a new category pops up. For this category, I am going to select Homework, and I'm going to make homework worth 10% of the total score. And I'm going to leave Drop Lowest alone, and I do not have to select marking periods when you add more than one category. It's going to take what you set up from the previous category you created, and it's going to make it that setting. Then go ahead and choose if you want blank scores for homework to be counted as zeros or just excluded, and then click on Save. And now you'll see marking periods are set at default and all other settings are saved as normal. Now, let's go up and add another one. And let's change this to lab work. I want lab work to be worth 20% of the total score. And then I leave marking periods alone and choose my option that I would like here. Click Save. And now I have a total of 90 points towards our average. So we would like to add 10 more to make it a clean 100. So I'm going to add another. I'm going to select Tests and make tests worth 10% of the total score. I'm going to leave marking periods alone and choose my option I would like here. Now I have categories set up. It's as simple as that. In review, you would hover over Gradebook, go to Setup. Under Categories, you would select what category you'd like, you'd select the weight for the category, you'd select the marking periods, and select what option you would like to do with missing scores. Save it, select this button at the top right to add more, enter all the information you would like, leave marking periods alone, and choose what option you would like and save. Again, a good rule of thumb is making sure that this weight section equals 100 points when finished. At the high school level, you are expected to have your final average out to a certain percentage of your total score. So you'll need to make sure when you are creating your categories that you create a category for final. And in most cases, this is supposed to be 10% of the final score. You'll need to adjust the rest of these so that this 10% can be included into the total 100-point value of the course work. Now, the next thing you might want to do is copy all these categories to other courses. For example, if you teach 6th grade science all day long for 6 hours, you might want to copy all the setups from one of the 6th grade science classes to all of the 6th grade science classes. To do so, you would just jump up here to this little paper. It says copy categories and assignments from this course to others. Click on that. And you see it says copy from, which is the careers course I am in. You want all marking periods and all information. You probably don't need to mess with this section additional options currently. And now we can add courses. So if I want everything I set up for this Careers 1 class to be on this Careers 2410-1, I would just select that and click Add. Now, that does not complete the process. What I would have to do is at the top right, you'll see the option for copy. I would click there. Now, it says copy has finished. What I've done simply is copy the categories from the Careers 1 class to the other class that I have in my courses. Now we can confirm that this process was successful by going to Gradebook and Setup. At the top, you can see I'm in my current course, Careers-1. To check the other course that I copied these categories to, I can simply click on Change and selecting Careers 2410-1. Then click OK. And now at the top, it says Careers 2410-1 and all of the categories that were copied from my other careers class. And just remember, at any time, you can come to the categories section in Gradebook Setup to edit any of these. Hope this helps. Have a great day.